Indestructible.
Donald Excel Robertson sat in his sleek, futuristic studio, surrounded by cutting-edge tools. His Samsung 34-inch Viewfinity CJ79 ultra-wide QHD monitor stretched across the desk, displaying the vibrant details of his latest music project. His trusted THX Klipsch monitor speakers sat ready, poised to deliver the rich soundscapes he meticulously crafted. It was National Technology Day, and for Donald, a celebration of tech was also a celebration of his creative journey. But today wasn't a typical day in the studio. Donald's goal was to complete a groundbreaking track that seamlessly blended organic instrumentation with futuristic sound design. It wasn't just another project. This one had to push boundaries and define his legacy. As he dove into his work, the rhythm flowed effortlessly. The UAD Volt 276 brought warmth to his recordings, its analog compressor breathing life into the raw takes. With his Akai MPD 218, he layered intricate drum patterns, while his Akai Professional MPK 88 delivered melodies that dripped with emotion. His two Akai Midimix controllers gave him complete control over the mix, their colorful knobs practically dancing under his fingertips. Everything seemed perfect until it wasn't. The struggle. A sudden jolt of static crackled through the THX Klipsch speakers, breaking the flow. Donald froze, his hand hovering over a fader. The audio dropped out altogether. His heart sank. The monitor flickered as his DAW froze, the spinning wheel of doom mocking his progress. He quickly realized the issue wasn't with his gear. It was the project's sheer size. The countless plugins, high-resolution files, and complex routing had overloaded his system. Even his trusty 24-terabyte SSD crucial external drive, filled with years of projects, groaned under the weight. It felt like his entire studio was conspiring against him for a moment. Donald leaned back in his chair, staring at the glowing tangle of connections anchored by his Rosenway USB 3.1 hub. He had trusted this setup for years. Had he finally pushed it too far? Frustration built as he tried restarting his system, tweaking settings, even calling on his years of experience to troubleshoot the mess. Hours ticked by, and the looming deadline grew heavier with every passing minute. The climax. Just as the frustration reached its peak, inspiration struck. Donald wasn't just a creator, he was a problem solver. He took a deep breath, rolled his sleeves, and began optimizing. He reorganized files on his 24-terabyte SSD crucial external drive, clearing unnecessary clutter. He offloaded plugins he didn't need onto a secondary drive and streamlined his workflow, breaking the track into smaller, more manageable sessions. Bit by bit, his studio came back to life. The UAD Volt 276 purred as the audio flowed smoothly once again. The Rosenway USB 3.1 hub, now freed from unnecessary strain, synced his controllers flawlessly. He tightened the arrangements on the Akai Midimix controllers, rediscovered his groove on the MPD 218, and poured raw emotion into the MPK 88. The final breakthrough came as he monitored the mix on his THX Klipsch speakers. Every note, every beat, every nuance fell perfectly into place. As the last chord played, Donald leaned back and smiled. The track was complete, better than he'd imagined. The triumph. By the time Donald exported the final version, the sun had set, painting his studio in a golden glow. It was still National Technology Day, but now the celebration meant something more profound. The tools had tested him, but they had also proven their worth. Donald had emerged not just victorious, but inspired, ready for whatever challenge came next. Technology, Donald reflected, isn't just about perfection. It's about resilience, problem solving, and pushing the boundaries of what's possible. And as he gazed at his glowing studio, he knew one thing. The future wasn't just in his hands, it was his to create.
Researchers have identified a rare and unique DNA sequence present in approximately 30% of African American males, which they have preliminarily named the super gene. This genetic anomaly appears to possess remarkable potential. As early studies suggest, under trauma, they will become more than human. Extraordinary physical and physiological capabilities, they would be indestructible. Indestructible. unpredictable,